Morning everybody. Just thought I'd make another video here this morning reviewing my very reliable set of Sims Freestone wading boots. As you can see in this video here, they've got a lot of miles on them. I actually sat down last night and tried to figure out exactly how many miles they have on them, and it's over 1,000 kilometers, well over 1,000 kilometers. We're talking 30 plus days a year on the river. I've had them 3.5 years, so they've got a lot of use, and at this point they're starting to look it. They still work. They still serve me. Of course, the usual things have happened. I've had to replace the laces, and because those rot out because they're in the water all the time. But I do take good care of them. Every time I come home, they get rinsed and dried before they're worn again. And but yeah, they've been a very reliable set of boots for me, and I've been really happy with their performance. So kind of setting up the list here, I sat down and said, okay, what were the pros and cons and neutral kind of these boots? Pros, price. You can get, this is the old model. Sims has redesigned them, so they look slightly different, but they're essentially the same boot. If you can find the old model anywhere, you can get them for around $110 to $115 Canadian. The newer model, somewhere around about 160 I've seen, to most places were 190 Canadian dollars for the new model. So that's pretty good price for a set of wading boots. Other pro, durability. I'm hard on equipment. Like I say, I take care of my equipment, but I use it. And like I say, I walk a lot. I'm a total walk and wade fisherman. I never fish from a boat. So these just get miles. And of course, what it's like in a river. You're standing on the rocks. It's the most abrasive surfaces that you can possibly imagine. And these are always taking that kind of abuse. So they have lasted very, very well. Like I say, they have well over 1,000 kilometers on them. And the grips are now starting to wear down. They wore down to the point where I figured it was probably worthwhile to put some spikes, some studs in them. So I put some studs in them, and that gave me, even more traction out of them. Another pro, they're very comfortable. I never had a day where my feet were sore or tired or blistered or anything like that. The back of them is well padded. This part here is very well padded, and I never got like sore Achilles tendons or anything like that from all the walking. I have noticed that other pairs of boots have done that. And so, yeah, these have a really good padding at the back where there can be a lot of abrasion. So they're really, really comfortable, and you could say you can put a lot of miles on them in a day and not feel, sore or anything like that. Kind of a neutral area. When I first got these, I replaced a set of other boots that I didn't have really good traction in. So these felt really good. But I noticed that once I put the studs in, the traction was a lot better. So these are not the felt soled, obviously. So that, you don't have quite as good a traction without the felt, but I always worry about invasive species and transfer, so I didn't get the felt sole. But the traction was okay, and I never slipped or fell or hurt myself, but certainly putting the studs in certainly improved things. So I would say traction was good, but I'm going to say kind of neutral in that area. The cons, really the only one, and this is really picking at nits, was that the laces that came with the boots, they wore out within months of buying them. They just, they were a little bit cheap, the laces that came in, but I mean, laces are cheap. So that's, really looking for something that kind of was not a positive. Then I went and got better laces, and these laces have served me now 2 seasons. So, yeah, they're really happy with that set of waders, set of wading boots, sorry. They've worked really well, but as you can see, after a lot of miles, they're starting to show. I got a crack in both of them here in the same location where the drain holes are. So obviously that's a weak point in the boot, where the drain holes are, and obviously that's also where you compress them as you walk. That's where they fold. So kind of expected that's probably where they would fail first. Like I say, they still work. It's just a bigger drain hole. I still wear them. I still use them around. And you can see also that on the bottoms here, we've got quite a bit of wear I guess I must, is it pronate or supinate? Looks like pronate, I guess. Yeah, and I wear out this part here on the insole on both boots. That's where it's worn out first. I guess that's where I set my weight. But yeah, there's you know, some wear on the edges. You can see here where the stitching is to hold the sole on is now exposed, so it probably won't be long before the sole comes off. But like I say, they certainly don't owe me anything. There's been a lot of fun trips wearing these boots, so a lot of memories in these boots. But yeah, really impressed with the quality of that Sims product. It's like I say, served me very well, and yeah, will continue to wear them until they crap out on me, and then I have to get something else. So yeah, that's my review of the Sims Freestone wading boot.